You've probably seen the signs already: chalky buildup on fixtures, stiff towels, spots on dishes, soap that never quite rinses clean, and a water heater that has to work harder than it should. With well water, the system you choose affects more than shower feel. It changes how minerals move through your plumbing, how often regeneration happens, how much salt you keep on hand, and whether your setup matches the actual hardness and flow demand in your home. In this video, we're looking at the best water softener for well water by comparing softening performance, flow rate, setup style, maintenance routine, and long-term ownership. The lineup includes smart metered softeners, whole house filter softener combos, and systems with different capacity and control options. I'll leave updated product links in the description and pinned comment so you can compare the systems, current configurations, availability, and pricing for yourself. Starting with the US Water System's Matrixx Smart Metered Water Softener, this is the pick for households that want strong softening performance with more visibility into what the system is doing. You're working with 3 sizing options: 1, 1.5, and 2 cubic feet, with maximum capacities of 35,000, 53,000, and 70,000 grains respectively. That sizing range matters, because well water hardness can vary a lot from one property to another, and the right capacity helps the system keep up before it needs to regenerate. The service flow options run at 10, 15, and 20 gallons per minute, so the setup can match smaller homes as well as homes where showers, laundry, and a dishwasher may overlap. What stands out most compared to basic systems is the smart control side. The Matrixx uses a Bluetooth-enabled smart control valve, so you can check water usage, regeneration cycles, and salt level from your phone instead of walking over to the unit and guessing what's going on. That makes ownership feel more predictable. You know when the system is working through a cycle, how much treated water you're using, and when the brine tank needs attention. The valve is built around a simple single internal moving part, so the system pairs modern monitoring with a control design that keeps the day-to-day routine straightforward. The softening core uses 10% cross-linked resin, which is built for better durability than standard 8% resin and gives the media stronger resistance against chlorine and iron degradation. In a well water home, that matters because the resin has to keep doing the same job week after week as hardness minerals move through the system. The StackFlow internals use oversized upper and lower baskets to support even flow through the media, so water doesn't take the easy path and leave parts of the bed underused. If you want a smart, high-flow softener with phone-based monitoring and strong resin durability, the US Water System's Matrixx Smart Metered Water Softener is the most tech-forward option here. If you're trying to choose between smart controls and simpler softening, leave a comment with your household size and what you know about your well water hardness, because those details change the right capacity quickly. I'd also be more than happy to help you find the exact water softener for your specific household's needs, if that's something you're interested in. Next up, we have the Crystal Quest Whole House Water Softener with pre/post filtration, which is one of the best water softener systems for well water available, and is a good fit if you want a more traditional softener layout with a little extra protection before and after the softening stage. You can choose a 1.5 cubic foot version with 45,000 grains, or a 2 cubic foot version with 60,000 grains, so the system scales for different household demands. That gives you room to match the softener to how much water your home actually uses, rather than treating every well the same. A 1-inch pipe size keeps the system aligned with common whole house plumbing setups, so treated water reaches the main fixtures, instead of only one point of use. The treatment path is simple but useful. A sediment pre-filter captures sand, rust, and debris before the water reaches the softening media, so the valve, resin bed, and downstream components aren't taking the full hit from visible particles in the well supply. The softening resin bed then removes calcium and magnesium, which are the hardness minerals behind scale, soap scum, water spots, and that dry film you feel after showering. After that, the carbon block post-filter polishes the water for taste and odor, which gives the system a more complete whole-home feel than a bare softener tank by itself. For ownership, the base softener includes a 5,600 automatic control head with timed regeneration, and you can upgrade to metered demand regeneration if you want the system to regenerate based on water use. That matters because metered operation lines the cleaning cycle up with your household's actual demand, while timed operation keeps the routine simple and predictable. The standard brine tank is about 18 by 33 inches with a 36-gallon capacity, so salt storage is handled in a separate tank for simple maintenance. If you want a straightforward whole-house softener with sediment protection, post-filtration, and selectable 45,000 or 60,000 grain sizing, the Crystal Quest Whole House Water Softener with pre/post filtration is the practical, conventional choice. If your well water issue is more about orange staining, gritty sediment, or stubborn scale, leave a comment describing what you're seeing around the house. I'd be happy to suggest some good softener and filter combos if your well water needs more than just hardness treatment, which is very likely the case. Next up, if you're looking for the best well water softener system setups with more than softening alone, the Kind Water Systems WS6500 is built for homes that want both filtration and true salt-based softening in one whole house setup. This USA-made system combines a sediment filter, a carbon filter, and a salt-based water softener. So you're not only addressing hardness minerals, but also improving the water purity before it reaches showers, laundry, sinks, and appliances. That's important with well water because the issue isn't always just scale. You may also be dealing with dirt, rust, odors, and chemical contaminants moving through the home. The system is sized for homes up to 5+ full bathrooms, which makes it a strong fit for both smaller and larger households that don't want water pressure to fall apart during busy morning use. The first stage uses a 5-micron pleated sediment filter that captures up to 95% of particulates like dirt, sand, silt, clay, rust, and other debris. That means the water entering the carbon and softening stages is cleaner from the start, and the system isn't asking the later stages to do a job the sediment filter should handle. The oversized 20-inch sediment filter is washable and reusable, so in heavy sediment areas, you're not treating every dirty filter as an immediate throwaway. In normal ownership, that gives you a cleaner first line of defense before the water reaches the treatment media that handles taste, odor, and hardness. The carbon stage targets 155+ contaminants, including chlorine, chloramine, VOCs, pesticides, herbicides, THMs, and hydrogen sulfide, so the water you drink, cook with, shower in, and wash clothes with gets broader treatment than softening alone provides. The carbon media is rated for replacement every 5 years or 600,000 gallons, while the salt-based softening stage removes up to 99% of hardness minerals, including calcium and magnesium. You also get Bluetooth-enabled Smart Kind water view control through the electronic head, so system management feels less like a mystery in the utility room. If your well water needs sediment filtration, carbon filtration, and real softening in one package, the Kind Water Systems WS6500 is the most complete whole house option in this lineup. Next up in these well water softener reviews, the Aquasana SimplySoft 40,000 grain softener is the clearest fit for households that want a certified compact capacity softener from a familiar whole home water brand. It's a 40,000 grain system designed for homes with up to 5 people and 4 bathrooms, so it sits in that useful middle zone for smaller to medium well water households. Although Aquasana also does a 60,000 grain version for homes with more than 4 bathrooms. The system uses ion exchange to reduce hard minerals, which means calcium and magnesium are pulled out of the water instead of just being conditioned. In daily life, that translates to far fewer hard water spots on glasses and shower doors, better soap lather, and significantly less scale pressure on appliances like your dishwasher and water heater. The performance details are especially easy to understand here. The system is IATMO certified to NSF and ANSI Standard 44 for hardness reduction and to CSAB for 8.3.1, so the core softening job is backed by a recognized standard rather than just a general soft water promise. It has a rated flow rate of 11.02 gallons per minute and an impressive peak flow rate of 15.5 gallons per minute, so it's built for regular whole home use where more than one fixture may run at the same time. The 230-pound salt storage capacity means you're not topping up a tiny brine compartment every few days, and the 200 GPG max hardness rating gives the system a wide operating range for challenging water. The ownership experience leans practical. The customizable control panel and LCD display show time, regeneration modes, and gallons remaining, so you have a direct view of what the system is doing instead of relying on guesswork. Its efficient metered operation uses 50% less salt and 28% less water than conventional time-based softeners, which makes the regeneration routine more resource-conscious over time. The included pre-filter keeps rust, sediment, and silt from clogging the softener unit, and the brine safety valve adds overflow protection to the setup. If you want a certified 40,000 grain softener for a small to medium well water home, the Aquasana SimplySoft softener is the most straightforward certified pick here. So, what is the best water softener for well water on the market? Overall, I definitely say that the SoftPro Elite HE is the best well water softener for most people, because it's the system that feels most directly built around the realities of private wells. It comes in 32,000, 40,000, 48,000, and 64,000 grain configurations, so you can size it around both your hardness level and your household's daily water use. A 48,000 grain configuration is positioned for most families of 4 with moderately hard well water, while homes with higher iron content generally need more capacity because iron consumes some of the softener's working room. That sizing flexibility matters because a well water softener that's too small regenerates too often, while a better matched system keeps the routine steadier. It's worth noting that SoftPro also makes a market-leading iron filter that you can pair with their HE well water softener at the time of purchase. The SoftPro Elite HE uses salt-based ion exchange, which means it physically removes calcium and magnesium from the water and replaces them with sodium. That's the difference between water that merely behaves a little differently and water that's actually soft. So you notice the change when soap lathers faster, dishes rinse cleaner, and scale has less opportunity to collect inside plumbing and appliances. The system also uses 10% cross-link high-capacity resin, which gives the media stronger resistance to chlorine degradation and iron fouling than the standard 8% resin commonly used with lower-quality softeners. For well water homes where hardness and iron often show up together, that resin choice gives the system a stronger foundation for long-term softening. The efficiency side is where this system really separates itself from the competition. Its precision brining approach pre-makes only 70% of the brine, then calculates the exact top-up needed right before regeneration, saving up to 30% more salt compared with conventional systems. In normal use, a typical household uses about one 40-pound bag of salt every 2 to 4 months, and demand-initiated regeneration runs only when usage data shows the resin is approaching capacity. Smart controls add vacation mode, a reserve equal to 1 day of use, a 15-minute recharge if capacity drops below 3%, and a self-charging capacitor that preserves time and programming through at least 48 hours of power interruption. If you want the strongest, well-specific softener here for efficiency, sizing flexibility, and smart regeneration control, the SoftPro Elite HE water softener for well water is the most purpose-built choice. Here's the practical way to decide. Choose the SoftPro Elite HE water softener for well water if your priority is well-specific sizing, salt efficiency, and smart regeneration. Choose the Kind Water Systems WS 6500 if you want sediment filtration, carbon filtration, and softening in one larger whole house package. Choose the Aquasana SimplySoft 40,000 grain softener if you want a certified softener for a small to medium home. Choose the Crystal Quest Whole House Water Softener with pre/post filtration if you want a traditional softener with added pre- and post-filtration. Choose the US Water Systems Matrixx Smart Metered Water Softener if phone-based monitoring and high-flow sizing matter most. If you're still deciding on the best water softener system for well water, I've put updated water softener links in the description and pinned comment so you can compare current configurations, availability, and pricing.